thank you for not laughing at my clown car.
I just did it. I'm sorry. I'm singing.
What it is? Somebody has Ebola. They think there's somebody in there with Ebola. There we go.
Dad, there goes Sarah.
That was nice.
I feel for her. I want to go home too.
Especially when the car has nothing to do with it.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Once it's in, we have to get approval.
We good?
Yeah.
Louis, you're good? Okay, do us a favor. First and last name for us.
Sergeant Brad Johnson,
Spell both just in case.
BRADJOHNSO.
You got it. How did this all start?
This afternoon, approximately 3:55 p.m., officers were dispatched to the 300 block of Cherry regarding a possible residential robbery. Upon arrival, they were directed to the location of a possible suspect. Officers subsequently made contact with that individual where an officer-involved shooting occurred. A knife was found at the scene of the officer-involved shooting. The officers involved are okay, and the investigation is ongoing. The suspect is a male adult, and he expired at the scene.
We're hearing that it was neighbors fighting. Is that kind of what you guys are understanding?
Yes, it is a neighbor who lives next door. They have a 10-year, we understand it's a 10-year relationship. How long they've known each other. Apparently for an unknown reason this time, the suspect tried to break into the residence. At that point, the residents ran out the front in fear of being assaulted and subsequently called the police. And while the suspect was inside the residence, he killed the family dog.
He killed the what?
The dog.
So an ongoing dispute between neighbors, apparently, or who knows?
There's no history of the dispute between the neighbors.
Oh, okay, okay. But the suspect is a neighbor to the victim?
Yes, he lives next door.
Okay, and so when you guys get there, do you know kind of what happened? Did he threaten your officers, or where did your officers find him again?
It was next door. It was off of the alley, where close to where the suspect lives, and that's where the officers confronted him, and that's where the officer-involved shooting occurred. I won't go into details on the officer-involved shooting occurred.
But it was outside. Like
yes.
It's out. Is it up on a balcony or down on the ground? Like I just explain just a little bit kind of where it is.
It's within the apartment area of the complex, downstairs.
So on the ground.
Yes.
Okay. It's like a back alley or something by the apartment complex or something, like a driveway or something.
A walkway.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so we understand. And did do you know if he did anything to threaten the officers or anything, and how many of your officers were involved?
That's still part of the officer-involved shooting investigation, and I won't make comments about that.
And do you know how many officers were involved?
We don't comment on the number of officers involved.
And what time did this happen?
Approximately 3:55 this afternoon is when we were dispatched. So shortly after we were dispatched.
Can I have a clarification? Who called the police? Who was the call? The suspect or a victim?
My understanding, the actual calling party on this was the residents who were the house was broken into.
So the victim called.
The victim, yes.
Can you clarify again? So the weapon, there was a weapon. The officer told him to drop it,
A knife was recovered at the scene of the officer-involved shooting.
but no other weapon.
All I have right now is a knife was recovered at the scene of the officer-involved shooting.
Rough age on your suspect?
I don't have age on the suspect at this point, but is a male adult.
And at this point, you guys need anything from witnesses? I mean, you got it.
Yes, the investigation's ongoing. We'll be talking to neighbors, doing our knock and talk, to a regular investigation.
Could you, any more information on the dog? Was that part of the controversy between the neighbors? Do you know?
No information on that.
But the dog's dead at that inside.
Unfortunately, the suspect did kill the dog inside.
I'm going to assume since he had a knife, you guys believe the dog was stabbed, obviously, or something.
I don't have that information.
Anything else? That's it for me. Thank you. You
Anything
got
else?
your ring?
Sergeant.